Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. I'm Mysticle, and I'll be bringing you the latest in XR news. Today we have quite a few interesting things to talk about, including massive discounts, well, of course, Oculus being back, being the massive headliner here, and just a lot more. So, let's jump right into the video. So, first things first, as I know most of you are here for this one, Oculus is back. Yes, as a matter of fact, they are. Meta seems to have kept their word over keeping Oculus alive in software. However, it's a little bit of a bigger deal than it would have been if they just, I don't know, called the Android or iOS app Oculus. Unfortunately, it's not back to the point where all our headsets will be renamed to Oculus and the old Oculus logo will be back, but 150 titles are now in the works with Oculus Publishing. Meta will continue using the Oculus name as part of its third-party VR games publishing program, now officially titled Oculus Publishing, with 150 games active in development. This was announced yesterday during GDC of 2023, and Oculus Publishing provides a new name for Meta's existing efforts to work with developers on everything from conceptualization and funding to promotion of their project. According to Meta, the company assisted with funding games like Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Blade and Sorcery Nomad, and Meta claims there's another 150 titles in active development today. This is a pretty big deal for those that wanted to keep the name alive, as there is an argument to be made that keeping Oculus alive in the games is a pretty big deal. The name gets to live on in the best way possible. Oculus will always now be in the background whenever you play a title, which is absolutely heartwarming, I guess, in a way, to be honest with you, as I was one of those people that really wanted it to come back in a way. Like, it was sad to see it go, but now that we have it in Oculus Publishing, I must say I am pretty satisfied. I don't think we're getting any better than this. That is some fantastic news for those out there that really wanted the name to be still alive in some way, shape, or form. Maybe we'll see the Oculus logo show up when we launch a game sometime. But let's move on to the next piece of news. There's a pretty massive sale. Actually, there's multiple massive sales going on right now, but the massive sale that I'm talking about is on Humble Bundle, where nearly 100 PCVR titles are being discounted right now. In case you don't know what Humble Bundle is, it's a web page where you can buy your games at a pretty big discount, whether it's in bundles or just singular titles, and you can not only support charity, but also, if you decide to, you can support this channel, which I am always very grateful for. The Humble Bundle store VR sale is now live, discounting nearly 100 PCVR titles. Joining the ongoing Steam Spring Sale of 2023, the Humble Store VR sale doesn't include nearly as many PCVR games, but there's still some good discounts that range from the most recent hits such as Bone Lab at 20% off, Red Matter at 25% off, and other acclaimed games such as Unplugged 60% off, Pistol Whip 30% off, and some older titles such as VTOL VR at 30% off, and I Expect You to Die at 36% off, with indies like Beanstalker, Timelog, and Blind hitting 90% off. There's quite a few titles for you to look through, and I will leave an affiliate link down below in case, again, you would like to support the channel, and do check out if there's any titles on there that might interest you. I don't know about you guys, but I love saving money, and these discounts are the best times to get your games. We have some new Deckard leaks, and in case you guys don't know, the Valve Deckard is a secret hidden headset that isn't so secret anymore because of, sadly, it's Bradley, that Valve is working on. It's going to be a standalone headset supposedly capable of PCVR, and Brad has posted 2 small things to report on the Valve VR front. Valve patent applications titled Head-Mounted Display System with Compact Optics was published, showing a wide variety of pancake lens setups Valve is interested in using. Steam VR Home_Alpha branch gets its first update in around 2 years. The last time this branch was used was when SteamVR received floating Windows support. I'm hoping to see a feature update rather than a bug fix due to this. Yeah, I mean, if it's its first update in around 2 years, that is going to hopefully be a rather large feature update. But I am super interested about the lenses as well. It shows us that Valve is constantly working on these VR headsets, and even though they're not saying much about it in the real world, they are working on it in patents and in software, which they are attempting to hide, but Brad is sneaking through it. I bet Brad is like banned from the Valve headquarters at this point. It's either that or he's got some serious fans in there. Either way, I'm super excited for the Deckard, as I feel like that might be the next big leap for VR. As excited as people are for Quest, I do feel like standalone PCVR would absolutely blow the market open, and a lot of people are waiting for the Deckard. The Index was a huge hit. Hopefully, the Deckard will be an even bigger one. But let me know your opinions down below. Now, let's move on to some titles. Atari has partnered with Pixel Ripped in order to bring a new 1978 sequel to VR this summer. ARVORE, the studio behind Pixel Ripped game series, announced it's releasing a sequel this summer called Pixel Ripped 1978, which aims to take us back to another immersive trip down memory lane. And this is very on point because yesterday's video I showed you guys how to emulate older titles on the Quest. In case you haven't seen it, check it out right up here for a boost of nostalgia. To bring the latest entry in the Pixel Ripped franchise to life, the Sao Paulo, Brazil-based ARVORE has struck a major branding partnership with iconic gaming house Atari. In the trailer, you'll see an Atari 2600 and a number of games such as Crystal Castles 1983, Fast Freddy 1982, and Yara's Revenge 1982. Now, I think it's fair to say I don't actually know any of these titles myself, but I am a pretty big fan of retro titles. So once this does end up coming, I'll certainly be checking it out. While not the most influential titles to grace the console over its 15-year lifespan, the partnership is essentially allowing the studio to dispense with an Pretendo and Gear Kids sound-alike consoles and near-beer versions of classic games, offering up a more direct homage to the late 70s and early 90s gaming. In case you guys are interested in the full article, I will of course leave a link down below, but I myself am very excited for more retro titles to be coming into VR, giving them a new life, a new boost of nostalgia, and reading your guys' comments from yesterday, learning about how you guys emulate titles, and learning that PPSSPPVR exists was certainly very entertaining. And finally, Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution is now available both on PCVR and on the PSVR 2. Chapter 2, Saints and Sinners Retribution, was the second part of the wildly popular, of course, Saints and Sinners that a ton of people loved. And it now coming to PCVR and PSVR 2 is going to allow a whole ton more people to jump in to Chapter 2. It launched last December, but it launched only for the Quest 2, featuring some pretty glaring bugs and issues that plagued the initial release. However, 2 weeks later, developers Skydance Interactive patched the game to address those major bugs, and now the game is finally ready to launch on PSVR 2 and PCVR, meaning you guys get to play it hopefully without those bugs present. You get the finished game version. Either way though, they did get the bugs fixed pretty quickly, and our final piece of news for today's video is going to be a little bit different. Linus Tech Tips. One of the biggest tech YouTubers on this platform, and one of my largest influences for starting this channel to begin with, was hacked today, and all his channels were changed to Tesla, that were live streaming a live stream of Elon Musk talking about cryptocurrencies with someone else. Essentially, the entire thing was promoting a crypto scam, and I really hope nobody falls for those scams. I do feel like at least the minimum I can do here to help is bring more eyes to this, and I know that there's more than enough people talking about this already, but I do feel the need to say something because of the way his channel has inspired me throughout the years. And I also cannot imagine how stressful it is to have your channel be hacked, to have your channel go away, and something needs to be done about this. I'm pretty sure YouTube isn't going to let his channels just disappear, but either way, every minute those channels are down, the company is losing, and I cannot imagine how stressful that can be. Hopefully, something is done about this rather quickly, and a lot of you guys probably already know about this because of all the chat that's happening on the Discord, and I know for a fact a lot of you guys are also fans of technology like myself. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, but I believe it might be the first time it has happened to a channel of this size, which is incredibly scary. All I can say right now, and I doubt he's ever going to even see this video, is I'm with you, Linus. I wish you all the best, and hopefully you get your channel back ASAP. Stay safe, everyone. Don't click on any funny links. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys like this one, please do leave a like. It costs you nothing and it helps the channel out a lot. If you disliked it, I guess the button works too, but let me know why down below. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And if you guys are not yet part of the community, check out the Discord and check out the Reddit down below. I want to see you posting your spicy memes on there, and that is also where I keep you guys up to date with the latest news about what's happening in VR and what's happening to the channel in general. So if you guys want to keep up to date, links are down below. And thank you so much to all the lovely names going off to my right now. Those guys are my Patreons. I cannot explain to you how much you are helping right now. And if you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.